Welcome back to Hockey Talks. I am Carl. That is Dave.
Hello.
Toronto Maple Leafs back in the headlines after the NHL draft. Gavin McKenna selected first overall by the Maple Leafs. How does this change him? And will it change anything going forward coming into the next season here? They did get rid of some guys, make some additions in goaltending, such as Sergei Bobrovsky.
Which is huge.
Which was huge. I think they needed a good goaltender, and Bobrovsky can provide that, right? He slowed down in a couple of years, but I think Bobrovsky's still got that edge for him. But Gavin McKenna coming in as named the number one ranked player in the league, in the draft, I should say. Will he may be the difference maker for the Leafs?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. They get rid of Marner, and it kind of a year went by, and nobody was there to fill his shoes. And now you have McKenna, who is coming on board, and we'll see how he jives with everybody else. And I know a lot of the times these players, they get drafted, and it might not be everything that people think it is. But we'll put McKenna to the test and see if he is as good as people say he is.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to see that they got a goaltender there to help make the push. And we'll see. I'm more interested to see how Matthews is going to contend with a new form of him, coming to the team, how they actually get along. Yeah. Personally, I think Matthews will do really, really good with him. But a lot of people think that it's the other way around, where Matthews needs to kind of be the center guy, right? Now that he's not, it might add a little bit of aggression or maybe frustration is a better word for it.
Yeah, see, that's actually kind of where I think it's going. I don't think they're going to be able to play on the same line. I think they're going to try it, obviously, right? And maybe they will gel together, right? But like you said, I think Matthews has got to be that guy, and he wants to be that guy, right?
Yeah.
And it's not guaranteed that Matthews is going to stick around either, right? He's still up in the air about staying. He hasn't confirmed that he wants to stay yet. He talked about leaving in the offseason, the beginning of offseason, when John Chayka became the general manager here, right?
Yeah.
So we'll get McKenna either push Matthews out or work really well together. But I think Gavin McKenna will be definitely an addition to this team. Will it be a Marner replacement? Well,
I think so. I don't know.
So?
Well, I think so. I think Marner is a very, very specific type of player where he goes somewhere, he plays his heart out for the first 2 to 3 years, then he kind of falls off it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think him going to, I think it was Vegas, right? Was a good addition for him, and it really shows what he's capable of doing. And a lot of people say, well, why wasn't he doing that, on Toronto? And people would say it's because they don't have chemistry and things like that. And personally, I think it's because Marner knows how to play the first 2 or 3 years, and after that he gets maybe a little bit comfortable. Now, with McKenna, I think any solid player who knows a thing or two isn't going to try and take all the thunder, steal it all. He will use his teammates to learn to get better because it's going to be his first year in the NHL, and it'll take maybe 2 or 3 years before he becomes good enough to actually be one of those star studs. Like, put it this way, I think it would be pretty unlikely for him to get over 100 points in his first season.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think it'll be near that. I think it'll be more like a Connor Bedard situation, right? He was phenomenal in junior years, right? But when he made that transition to the NHL, took a lot longer than people thought for him to get his feet right. And now look at him; he's one of the stars on that team.
Yeah,
right. He performs really well, but it took him a while to get used to this pace and the hard hitting and it's the physicality of being in the NHL. Right, it's a lot different than junior hockey. Right, so I think that's going to be the same way with Gavin McKenna as well. Although Gavin McKenna is a bigger body, right? He can handle probably a little bit more than Connor McDavid could.
Yeah.
But I think that it'll take a couple of years for that skill to come in again.
Yeah, no, it's they're building for the future again, which is good, and they apparently brought on a goaltender that is maybe, I would like to say, a top tier. A lot of people might say he's getting to the end of his career. But at the same time, he's a top tier goaltender. He can make the saves that he's not expected to make, and that I think is a pretty important thing for Toronto Maple Leafs right now when they're in the middle of kind of a rebuild. And that is something they can latch onto for motivation for the next season, right?
A retool.
Yeah,
that they
because
described it.
we all know it went horribly last season.
It did, yeah, it did not go well. But they got a good goaltender in there now, right? As long as Bobrovsky can bounce back from last year. And I think a lot had to do with Bobrovsky's performance last year. They missed a lot of key players through the whole season, right? They did not have the same team in front of them, right? So a lot, I mean, you can't blame a lot on Bobrovsky for that. Some of it you can, yeah, right? But I think he still has that level of competition that he can play at a high level, especially for the Leafs, right? I think he will. So that's a great addition for Toronto moving forward, and Gavin McKenna. So the other areas they have to address, though, the head coaching. They have Jim Hiller as the head coach, which I don't know if he was an assistant, I think, on Toronto at one point.
Yeah.
Ways back, right? So reuniting with some of the guys up there. So we'll see how that ends up, but they got a lot of work to do ahead of this coming year. Let's shift over now quickly to the Edmonton Oilers, which they also made some big news, right? Hiring Mike Babcock for starts.
Yeah, that's a huge deal.
We thought about it. We talked about it in the last episode that we did, that if the protocols went through, Mike Babcock was going to be the next head coach. And now they had made it official. He is the next head coach of the Edmonton Oilers. And so the thing is, Mike Babcock is a hard-nosed, driven guy, right? And apparently that's what Connor McDavid, Draisaitl, Nugent-Hopkins all agreed that they wanted.
Yeah.
Right? They had a meeting with the three of them and Mike Babcock, and they agree that's the kind of style of coaching that they want to have for the Edmonton Oilers. Now, will that go well for him? I don't know. The game has changed a lot, and Mike seems to have a hard time adapting to that, right? What do you think on that?
I don't think so.
You don't think it's going to work?
I think Babcock. I don't know. First of all, right, but I do not think, if I were to guess, it's going to work out well. Yeah. Because Mike Babcock did well with the generation that he was partaking in, but it's a new generation of player, or like of players, right? And although McDavid and Dry might be a bit older relative to the newer players kind of coming into the league, that whole coaching style has kind of gone, in my opinion, by the wayside. And there's reason for it. It's because there's a better coaching style. And so I don't think that coaching style is necessarily what it used to be. It was, when he was doing it, really, really good because everybody else was coaching a different way. But now the whole league has kind of moved on, and he's still kind of stuck in the back. He hasn't necessarily changed too much. Yeah. So I don't see it going well, but I've been wrong plenty of times before. So
well, you look at all the teams he's coached before. Like he did Red Wings for 22 years that they made the playoffs, right? And he wasn't there for all 22 years, but he at the end of the year, his years in Detroit, people didn't want him around there, right? The team did not want him around there. They're filing complaints about him, such as like Dylan Larkin, and there's a couple other guys too. And then he moves to Toronto, and then he has the issues with Mitch Marner and a few other guys there, right? About bullying and all that kind of stuff, right? So he left Toronto,
which apparently. That was all kind of annulled. Like, even Mitch apparently was like, I don't even know what the big deal is. So I don't really know what all happened with Toronto, but there seemed to be something that made the media and something that made him have to get kind of investigated. But Marner himself isn't necessarily being too, I guess, forward with whatever happened. So who knows?
Well, he didn't say right out, but at the beginning, though, when he was still a part of that team, Mike Babcock was there, he did say that there was some stuff going between him and Mike Babcock he didn't agree with. Yeah. And he didn't like, right? So that's why that whole thing got opened up, and there's other players that came out and said the same thing. So he was out there and went to Columbus. Well, that didn't even come to a first preseason game before he opted out. Yeah. Out of that situation.
So here he is in Edmonton.
And
And they think they want it.
They think they want it. Can they handle it? I don't know. Like, you see it in the past. It's just, in his interview, Mike Babcock doesn't think he did anything wrong. He doesn't think he did anything wrong with those teams, and it was just one of those things, right? And
it's like, let's say you had to lift weights or you lift bricks and move them, and you're frustrated with yourself because you can't move them fast enough. And you go up to somebody and you say, "Hey, can you just whip me in the back? That'll make me lift more." Like, I don't think they know what they're getting into.
Yeah, I don't think
so. It'll be interesting to see how this all shakes out.
Yeah, with the other additions to and departures, I guess, the Edmonton Oiler, Darnell Nurse, a longtime Edmonton Oiler, has been traded to San Jose.
Positive.
Yeah, most people view it as a positive, right? Darnell, I think, was had a foot out the door for a while.
Yeah,
I think, right? He signed a big 8-year contract 4 years ago. But after that, I think he was kind of on the edge. It didn't really seem like he was too into it anymore, right? And I think getting feedback from the fans and everything, he realized he wasn't that welcome in Edmonton anymore. So I think that'll be a good thing that Darnell goes to San Jose, somewhere different.
Yeah.
But they did require Brady Anderson from the Carolina Hurricanes, who won the Stanley Cup last year. Now, is this going to be a good acquisition for Edmonton? I don't know.
Why don't you know?
Because his in-season numbers were not great. Majority of the wins and what got them to the playoffs was Brandon Bussie, right? He played a majority of the wins and stuff. So the numbers actually compare very close to what Stuart Skinner did.
Of course.
In Edmonton. Very close. In the regular season. He played fantastic.
Carolina's got a better defense than Edmonton too.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, right? Defensive side, they didn't really improve on. I mean, they've got a couple of good guys. I mean,
can't even name one.
They've got a defense. Core there. We got defensemen there. But yeah, I don't know. I think it might be the same situation.
Yeah.
Again, they needed to get defense in order, I think. They need to figure out defensemen.
No. They just need to be yelled at.
By Babcock. Right. That'll fix everything.
Yeah, that fixes it all.
That'll fix everything, yeah. Connor McDavid said he's willing to change his game style. Whether that's going to help or not, I don't think so. I mean...
When he's getting so old, he's going to have to change his play style.
Yeah, it's... I don't know. There's a lot of things going in Edmonton right now, which I don't know if this got them any better than where they were last year. I don't see it. Honestly, I really don't see it.
Yeah.
Like Freddie Anderson, maybe. I doubt it. I really doubt it. In the regular season, Carolina had to rely on their other goaltender most of the season, right? And Anderson played great in the playoffs, sure. But you got to get there.
Yeah.
For one thing, you have to get there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be a fun time in Edmonton once again. No lack of entertainment, that's for sure.
No. Likewise,
watch that.
Yeah. Well, likewise with Ottawa Senators, right? Their team is all yelling at each other, and all the fans are burning their jerseys.
That is another big story.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Brady Tkachuk being traded to the Florida Panthers. Yeah, you could see this from a mile away. A mile away. At the end, like after the Olympics,
yeah,
you could see Brady Tkachuk had one foot out that door.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He was checked out from Ottawa.
Yeah.
Right? As much as he says, "Oh no, I'm committed to the team, you could see it night and day that he wanted to go play with his brother. And that was the only option. They didn't give him any other option.
Yeah.
So there he is. He's out.
Going to Florida. Going to make double the money with no taxes.
No tax state. Yeah. Going to go play with his brother.
Makes you think, how is Ottawa going to fill, his shoes?
Yeah, that's going to be another big one, right? They signed Claude Giroux to another year.
Yeah, I seen that.
That's a good positive thing, right? So, but they do have to find something. They have to find something to fill that Brady Tkachuk void.
Yeah.
Right? So, Ottawa also has a lot of work to do this offseason, as do the rest of the teams, including my Vancouver Canucks, which haven't done a whole lot.
Are they still there?
Who
they get the draft?
They picked Was it Kale Malholtra? Manny Malholtra's son.
Oh.
So, I'm very curious how that's going to get because Manny Malholtra is the head coach of the Vancouver Canucks.
Oh,
A
little bit of favoritism.
So,
nice.
how is that going to father-son going to work in the dressing room and on the ice, right?
He'll beat him in the dressing room just like he beats him at home.
Yeah, well,
I'm just kidding.
yeah. See, that's going to be interesting. It could, maybe it would work, but
Beating him?
no, not beating. Like the father-son thing, right?
Oh, okay.
Because you got to treat him like just another player, right? But
Yeah.
you know he's your son, so it's going to be very interesting to see how they handle that situation. But most of the time, it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it does not work out. So, anyways, yeah.
But they love each other.
We think so.
And that's what matters.
Yes. Yeah. As for the rest of the team,
Not so much.
they're still.
They don't love each other very much.
I think it'll be a different team for the Canucks this year. I think it'll be better under the Sedins, right? So I think they'll be a much better organized and well put team. But they got to get the players and pieces in place for that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
They got Brendan Gallagher from the Montreal Canadiens, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
that'll help as a veteran presence.
Yeah.
He'll be great on the Canucks. They needed somebody like that. But that's only one piece.
Yeah.
Goaltending. What are we doing with goaltending? You can't. It's hard to rely on Demko to be the starter.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard to rely on Demko. But that's Demko and Lankinen are still their two goalies. So we're gonna have to see what happens, shakes out for the rest of the summer. But as for now, not a whole lot of change.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that is all the time we have for tonight. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you next time.
See ya.